All right. Should we get this show on the road?
Yeah, let's get this shit show on the road.
Welcome, boys and girls,
Wow.
caballeros y chicas bonitas, to
Why are you
episode.
speaking in such a weird foreign language, Eric?
I
And
gotta
why is
bust
your
out my
audio a little
Spanish.
off?
I'm in Mexico, and the it's the Wi-Fi is so bad. Like, so I sent you a picture. I don't know if you saw it.
I saw it.
My
I
download
saw it. The
speed
ups
is
and
less
downs.
less than less than 1 megabit per second. So I'm on using my cellular data, and we'll see how long Verizon will allow me to do that before they just completely cut me off. But yeah, I'm
This
down
is
here.
dedication, folks. Dedication.
I'm
Even on
down.
his vacay.
Yeah, a much needed vacay, mind you. I can't remember the last time we went on vacation. It was well over
Yeah.
a year ago.
I yeah, mine got rained out. I didn't tell you that, did I? Yeah. We were supposed to go. I know we were supposed to do all this for outro later, but hey, it's intro. We're introducing ourselves. We're introducing us. Look at this. I'm getting old. Oh God. Um, don't look at my neck, turkey. Um, damn, that's depressing. We were supposed to go camping and it rained, and so then we found out that one of our relatives or relative-in-law for some of us, beep beep beep, has to stay with us for a while during their broken leg rehab.
Oh,
So we decided to start going through the guest room that has nostalgic tidbits and more stuff for Goodwill and started doing that.
that
So,
sounds like so much fun. Are you going to charge them rent?
no, I'm not going to charge him rent. No,
I mean,
he's going to
after
give me such a
after they're
hard
done with
time
rehab,
too.
then you can just have a spare room and Airbnb that shit.
I know. I mean, this is the blessing, quote unquote, in disguise. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, let's get
let's
to it there, Mexico man.
yeah. So after weeks of back and forth and uncertainty, the Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders are set to go live at midnight on April 24th.
And
And
as of this recording, this is Tuesday, the 22nd of April.
yes,
So 2 days.
in 2 days'
They didn't say
time, you
what
will.
time.
I think it's really up to the retailer. So it sounded like GameStop. Their
Best
pre-orders are going to
Buy.
go live at 11 a.m. when the stores open.
Okay.
Walmart is going to be 12:01 a.m. Eastern time, and I
Okay.
think Best Buy is going to follow suit. So I'm on the Best Buy train. That's where I'm going to try and plop down my pre-order.
I just have all tabs open and then just let me know so I can Zell you. And
I mean, I
money's
have
there. I am so ready. Katie was like, "We need to buy tickets." And I was like, "Yes, we do need to buy tickets." And also
so the
us
exciting news
switch.
is the prices are staying the same, with the exception of the accessories. The accessories sound like the price has been jacked up, which
I think the
is not great, but
the
yeah.
yeah, some of the accessories I was looking at was the carrying case for your Switch 2 will now cost you, I think, $85. Dude, that better wipe my ass.
$85 for a piece of neoprene lined plastic, which is just absolutely outrageous. But I mean, here's the thing: like that's where they make a lot of margins. And my kid is currently putting pebbles in his mouth, and Rachel's freaking
Oh,
out.
I
That's
didn't know
great.
you took your kid to Mexico.
What do you think? We just locked him in the dog crate and said, "Survive."
You're an asshole. You have family.
we could not ditch him for 10 days with family. Trust me. But we have family coming to stay with us in Mexico, so we'll be able to hand them
Oh,
off. Yeah,
your dad and mom?
yeah. My mom, my dad, my brother, and his wife.
Give your bro a big hug for me.
I will absolutely do that. Maybe we'll have him be a guest on the next recording.
That'd be fun, dude.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
mean, just have him pop in for a little bit.
Not the whole thing. Get the hell
No,
out of here.
yeah, he can give us some crypto news or something.
Oh, good.
That's what this show needs. Is some more crypto. All right, so
Yeah,
switch
I'm
to.
glad that they real quick. I'm glad that they're if they have to make their tariff money to pay off tariffs, that they're looking at accessories. So kudos to them.
Yeah, it's the smart move, and it's they might end up taking a loss now on the actual console hardware, but at the end of the day, they're gonna make it up in other ways. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't think anybody's surprised by that. Moving right along, I know we kind of skipped over Epic Universe last week. Do you want to give us the
Oh my
rundown of
gosh. I
everything
have
that's been going
watched
on?
so many videos. If anyone, so here's my hot plug for, other creators that are out there. Mammoth Club, which is Molly Allen and Max. They do the greatest videos of everything Florida, but they also do Disney cruises, and they go to Tokyo and Paris, and they do all that stuff in Disneyland. Um, yeah, they showed off Epic Universe, and it's gorgeous. I mean, like the attention to detail of every nook and cranny, door, window, set dressing, and then at night the lights. Spoiler alert: in the Dark Universe section, at night, you when you get to see all the lights all lit up, obviously. And Frankenstein's tower is drawing energy, and it all of a sudden electrifies. The lights in the town of Darkmoor start dimming and doing all kinds of pulsy stuff. It's so cool, and I'm
Uh,
really excited.
that it does sound really cool. So real quick, do you want to just do a recap of the different areas within the Epic Universe?
Yeah, so they themed it all around Kronos. Anybody Greek mythology, Kronos. And so when you first walk in, the first park area is actually their own idea of Chronos and day and night and all that. And then you go into these different tunnels that are supposed to represent basically like Mario, like warp pipes to these other lands, these other times. And so you have Dark Universe or Monsters Unchained, however you want to call it, with Frankenstein and Dracula and all these great characters that kept them afloat, Universal, in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, when they were about to go under. Nah, the other section, so that's two sections technically. The other section is How to Train Your Dragon. I thought it was going to be really cheesy, and it is gigantic. They're all gigantic. They're all, dare I say, epic.
Oh, you went there.
But they recreated a section of Hiccup's village
Isle
from
of
how
Burke.
to Isle of Burke, and it's gorgeous. It's this weird, cartoony, Northern European, uh,
You can say
Scandinavian, like
Scandinavian, yes.
Scandinavian area with live like animatron, not live, but there's animatronics and dragons, and it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's
And
huge
a lot of costume actors that are really playing up their parts. It looks like.
in all of the areas.
Yeah,
The other section is Harry Potter, but it is the from the last three movies. Um, what was it? The
The
creatures, whatever.
Ministry of
Oh, well, they have that
Magic.
too. Yeah, so they have the Ministry of Magic, and the queue line is the Ministry of Magic. It's huge, it's gigantic statue. Like you go through a fire flume. It's gorgeous to get to
Yeah,
a ride,
I've.
and then
It
you're
looked pretty
in
impressive.
19. It's amazing, and then it's like 1922 whenever that creatures and whatever
Fantastic
movies.
Beasts.
Fantastic piece. So it's Paris, 1922. There are people walking around from all the different schools. It's like three different streets that feel like three different little mini blocks. Uh, it's huge. It's gigantic. The other area, so that is for the fifth area. I saved the best for last. Super Mario World
Super
is
Nintendo
now in
World.
Florida. Super Nintendo World. Listen, Super Mario World in my eyes, and it's beautiful. You go through the warp pipe, up an escalator to the second floor, and then you get to overlook this gigantic scene that's 2 to 3 layers or stories tall, and you can walk up and down. And the rides are very, kid friendly. But that's not the point. The point is just to be immersed in that. You can buy this cool watch band that is very similar. They stole so many ideas from Disney. This watch band that looks like a Disney watch band, but it interacts with the coins and the blocks and the mushrooms. It's well, I'm going in June, and so I can give you live feedback.
Oh, you are going in June.
Yeah, I'm going in June, and
Nice.
our Thursday day is going to Nintendo Land, Super Mario World.
All right. Well, I mean, you might have to live stream or do some clips or do something.
I will. I'll bring my little 360 camera. Oh yeah, thanks Insta360. Today, April 22nd, they announced and released the Insta360 X5, which is like better chips, better battery, better low light, better this, better that, a replaceable lens. So now if you scuff it, you can still replace it and it'll still be waterproof. Oh, yeah, even further down, like to a point that you need an oxygen mask. It's
Hmm.
crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
That's pretty cool.
glad I bought mine 6 months ago.
So a little bit of a segue. Epic Universe
Yeah.
movies. When do you think we're going to see a Minecraft park? Because
Wow.
this IP has just blown up so much, and it's just going absolute gangbusters. Like it blew the doors off the box office last
Yeah,
weekend.
200 million or something like that?
It's over 500 worldwide now.
Yeah, it's nuts. I
It's
can't remember what it just beat, but I was so surprised.
it's definitely the highest grossing video game based movie of all time. But I mean, it is competing for just total cash grab. Like I thought Nintendo or not Nintendo, Microsoft is absolutely crazy for spending $1 billion to acquire Minecraft when they did it 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and whoever came up with that idea is clearly just a freaking genius because they've just been hitting it out of the park
Yeah.
and just been capitalizing on this, and I think we will absolutely see a park at some point.
Dude, I would absolutely. I was surprised that Nintendo did a park, and not only like one, but now I think we have three. And yeah, if Nintendo can do it, Microsoft can too.
Yeah, so it's it's the question like, do they want to? Because they're not in the business of building theme parks. So do they want to partner with Universal or with Disney to make that happen? I think that's the biggest question. A lot of it's going to come down to the financials of said deal. But this isn't going to.
Financials and real estate.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, do you have room or do you mind tearing something down to rebuild?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think a deal is going to happen anytime soon, but I think there's enough interested parties and a big enough player base and audience as shown by this movie because I did not expect the fandom to be this massive.
I didn't either. I
I
didn't
mean,
either. And
and
I
the
think,
way the kids are acting, like bringing live chickens into the movie theaters and
oh yeah.
just going absolutely apeshit and like just the whole theater erupting with people throwing popcorn and like
It's like Rocky Horror Picture Show for like kids.
yeah, I've never seen anything like this. It is, it, yeah, man, it's wow.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I've heard movie theaters being like, "You do any of this chicken jockey bullshit."
so I obviously haven't seen the movie. I wasn't planning on seeing it in theaters, but like I feel like I gotta watch it at some point because it's
I
just
was gonna watch it at theater and I just didn't have the time to do it. Because I wanted to I was afraid, kind of like World of Warcraft. I was afraid that it wasn't gonna do well. And boy, am I surprised.
yeah. The segue talking about Microsoft IP and IP that is very near and dear to my heart. There's been some new trailers for Doom: The Dark Ages, which comes out next month, which is a medieval take on Doom, and it looks
Wow, that's right.
really, really cool. But
Yeah, I haven't bought a
take a
Doom
look,
before, and this is the first one.
take a look at these controllers.
Those are bloody and very cool.
I want them so bad. So I may end up picking up a new controller. I don't even have an
This
Xbox,
is the
but
f- this is the first Doom that I really want to play. The last one was great and had also probably one of the most famous heavy metal soundtracks.
oh man, yeah, damn, I hit the stop recording. I meant to stop sharing. Gotta talk to Riverside and figure out how we. There we go. Stop sharing. User error, definitely. Apologies, everyone.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. Who
So yeah,
cares?
Doom: The Dark Ages looks incredible. I'm super excited for it. We'll
Yeah,
definitely be picking that up as soon as it drops next month.
this is the first one I've wanted to play. So I really and it's oddly sounds like it might be on the Switch too. And I'm like, whoa, that is so. I'm so.
I don't see any
I'm.
reason it wouldn't. I mean,
It's
here's
so
the thing:
crazy.
Doom is typically designed and developed to be played at like 120 FPS. So if they have to drop it down to 60 to play it on the Switch 2, I think they'll be more than happy to get away with it like that. Uh, so I definitely
And
think it's very doable.
handheld
It'll
will still do 120 if they choose to support it at 120,
yeah, yeah,
develop it at 120.
maybe some not so rosy news, but there's been a few board game companies that have announced some closures, which is very unfortunate.
I think you said there's been some board game news as you're reconnecting.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'll. So yeah. So Final Frontier is. Um, I think they did Coloma and they've done a few others, and they had, I think, 1 to 3 Kickstarters going on at the same time. Uh, the rumors and whatever sound like there was just some poor management. However, the final straw that broke this camel's back was the tariffs going on and how much money they were then going to have to spend to get this stuff back from China. Um, 99% of all board games are manufactured in China, a few Taiwan and whatever, but like the majority is in Asia. And board game companies have a very slim margin. They do not make a whole lot of money off of their projects.
Yeah, I think
So,
people grossly underestimate how capitally intensive it is to make it a board game,
yes.
and then
And I think
also
shipping
shipping
costs,
costs. Yeah,
shipping costs. I just listened to a podcast, another plug for another creator. Sporadically Bored with Mike and Dan. They actually have a Kickstarter going on right now. They're pledge managing right now. So I just paid for the shipping. Um, and 60% of their cost is the shipment to
yeah,
get it overseas, get it to warehouses, and then the distribution out from there. The other company, which is really sad for those of us who do know the board game industry, Greater Than Games, most famous for Spirit Island. Eric, I think you would love it if I actually had 3 hours to spend with you and teach it and you play it. You would fall in love with this game. It's a co-op, but it is probably one of the most complex, heavyweight as far as difficulty co-ops, and they are owned by another company, and so it we're hopeful that Spirit Island does not go away. But that's also something that happens in the board game industry a lot. You make a board game, it's out for 2 to 3 years, and if you don't get it within those 3 years, it's gone because they'll
yeah.
stop
Sales
publishing so that
taper off, and
they can then make their next project, their next creative thing. Um, so that's very sad. And that one was influenced heavily by tariffs and not being able to stay afloat. And it sounds like more manufacturers right now are going to make simpler, smaller games to kind of weather the storm and not anything big with miniatures and plastic and acrylic and you know, 3 levels of cardboard for, your cool indents. It's gonna
which is a
be it's
great
gonna
segue.
be gonna be a rough year for board games. I don't know how Gen Con's gonna look in August, actually.
Oh, that's a really good point. That'll be interesting to see how. I mean, here's the thing: the tariffs could be walked back, and we could get to a normalized area, and we would see a resurgence. But I'm not going to hold my breath.
I don't know. Like the man in charge, it's a flip of the coin. One
As
minute
Art likes
it's
to
one
say, the Cheeto at large.
the Cheeto at large. He flips a coin like Two-Face. Like he just I don't know. Like nothing may happen. This may just be a big scare, but then who knows what else? I don't know.
So you were talking about creators doing smaller games. I wanted to highlight as our indie spotlight, cue indie spotlight, pew 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 music. I picked this up this past week, Coyote, and this
You
is
picked up a
from.
board game?
I know, right? Just
You're
mind
an
blown.
asshole. How many times have I sent you a board game and you're like, yeah, yeah, that's cool, man. Thanks so much.
So this is actually a collab between Tim Ferriss, who's a very well-known podcaster. He did the 4 Hour Work Week book, the 4 Hour Body, and a few other books. So collaboration between him and Exploding Kittens.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a card game, obviously. It's 3 to 8 players, and it takes 10 minutes, and it's a party game. So family is arriving the next couple days. I will give it a try with them. We'll see how it goes, and I will
What's a quick
report
premise
back.
on it? Like, can you give me like a 1 minute spiel or a 2 minute spiel on it?
An addictive card game of hilarity, high fives, and havoc. How to play. Put cards on the table, then take turns performing them. Play cards to help or sabotage other players. Mess up. and you are out. The last player standing wins. So it's like basically you play a card like boop, and then you say another card says let's go in Little John voice. And so like you have to do these actions, and then someone can throw something down. It's like, oh, do the blue cards twice, and then you have to whisper these phrases or these cards and colors. So
That sounds so much fun, dude.
yeah, especially after a few margaritas, which will definitely help.
Yeah, and it sounds like a real time, so you're gonna be playing like in the moment, Fast and Furious. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
like having to remember and then to do it while you're also probably doing your own thing. Oh yes. If it's anything close to that, that sounds great.
This is what my kid's doing. He's just like, what are you doing, Daddy? You should come out. It's nice outside.
Yeah, I got the dogs in the background here, and I can just hear your kid.
We might need to wrap this because
That's fine.
it's
We can always do we can always do short ones, dude. 15 minute, hour and a half,
yeah. I
whatever.
think we should absolutely do a bonus episode this week. I did get a text message from Verizon saying, "Hey, you hit your 2 gigabit cap, and we're putting you on 3G speeds now." So that's why I'm coming through a little crappy. So
Yeah, let's
my,
do
my,
it.
my 2 gig cap resets every day. So we can do short episodes every day.
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right. But thank you everybody for tuning in. Subscribe to Kikoid.com. I'm actually really going to try and start putting out a newsletter starting on Fridays. So check that out and stay tuned for maybe a bonus episode this week. And I'm not
Yeah.
even going to try and put out video because holy crap, my bandwidth is just so
Yeah,
poo poo.
it's slowing more down. So
This is the
I'm
first
Jared.
time you're beating me in terms of upload.
So hey folks, I'm Jared and you are.
My name is. I was trying to be clever. No, I'm Eric with a K.
And hey, we'll catch you in the next one. How's that?
Yeah. Until
Go
next
get your
time,
kid.
I will.
Until next time. Geek Wait out.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
End of transmission.